So, nasa lesson 8 na tayo, no? Or, nasa chapter 8 na tayo, unit 8. The marketing mix as a business strategy. So, chapter 8 ng entrepreneurship. So, yon. Sa marketing mix, actually, meron tayong madami. Meron pang 8, no? Yung mga product, place, promotion, ayan, even people, performance, and then process. Yan. So marami tayong P's sa marketing mix. Pero in this discussion, 4 lang yung i-discuss ko, yung pinaka-main na piece na hindi dapat talaga mawala. Pero pwede kayong magdagdag ng piece nyo, no? Search lang kayo sa Google kung ano-ano pa yung mga iba't ibang piece na meron tayo sa marketing mix. So, in this chapter, 4 lang yung i-discuss ko. So, kung mas ipag kayo mag-aral, pwede nyo dagdagan yung knowledge nyo, mag-search lang kayo sa Google kung ano-ano pa yung mga iba't ibang piece. Yan. And doon din naman sa sinend kong activity and then lesson, meron pang ibang piece doon. So, pwede nyo i-check din yun. Yan. So, our first lesson in this chapter 8 is the product. Yan. So, we can use this lesson para ma-modify natin yung products na gusto nating i-offer doon sa business natin, no? Di ba meron tayong business plan na ginagawa. So, dito in this lesson, pwede natin itong maging guide. Kung ano-ano yung mga dapat natin i-consider in doing or in creating our product. So first, ayan, in this chapter, in this lesson, after this discussion, we should be able to understand the product planning that affects company's success. And then next, we should be able to determine the types of products such as good or services, consumer or industrial, and ano ba yung mga types ng products. Next, relate the product life cycle in selling the products in different phases. And then next is analyze new product planning process. So, syempre, pag may product na tayo or services na ino-offer, dapat ini-innovate natin yun, no? Ini-improve natin. And then, pwede rin tayo magdagdag sa portfolio natin. Yun. So, meron pang mga new product planning process. And then next is develop a new product for business proposals. Ayan, yung ginagawa natin ngayon, yung ginagawa yung business plan is parang business proposal din siya. Ayan. So, merong mga iba't ibang types ng proposal. Merong business proposal as a whole. Meron din namang product proposal. Kunyari, establish na yung business nyo and then gusto nyong magdagdag ng product sa portfolio na para meron kayong bagong i-offer sa market. So, pwede tayong mag-product proposal. Kung ano yung product na may invent nyo. So, minsan, napapanood din natin to sa mga pelikula, sa mga teleserye, di ba? Yung ini-endorse nilang bagong product or service. Yun. So, parang ganun din yun. Okay. So, our first question, bago tayo magkaroon ng mga diskusyon, yan, why should the business revisit their products from time to time? So, kung meron na tayong products, may established na tayong business, bakit kailangan pa nating bisitahin pa yung products natin? No? Tingin nyo bakit? Yan. Siguro, isa sa mga sagot kailangan nating i-check yung products natin. Baka hindi na siya trend. Baka hindi na siya gusto ng customer. Kasi di ba from time to time, nagbabago din yung preferences ng customer. So, depende rin sa mga peer pressure, depende sa sitwasyon ng ekonomiya. Ayan. Depende rin sa growth ng mga tao. Ayan. So, parang dun sa applied economics, 'di ba? Natakal doon na maraming dahilan kung bakit nagbabago ang preferences ng mga tao. So for example, tumataas yung sweldo ng tao. So more likely, magbabago din yung products na gusto nila. Nag-upgrade din sila. Yan yung nature ng mga tao. So, ayun yung mga reasons kung bakit kailangan from time to time, bibisitahin natin yung product natin. Baka gawa lang tayo ng gawa, pero hindi natin chine-check kung ano ba yung status ng product na yun. Baka sobrang, ano na siya, hindi na siya timely, no? Parang out of trend na siya, yung ganun. Out of time, parang ganun. And so, another objectives, we should be able to learn the concept and usage of marketing mix in the entrepreneurship. Ayan, syempre mahalaga ang marketing mix. Ito yung ito dapat talaga yung pinaghahandaan ng isang nagpo-propose, no? Yan yung, kaya meron tayong requirement na mag-create kayo ng video ng marketing mix nyo, yung product, yung place, yung kung paano yung promotion, and then yung price. Dapat andun din yun. No? So, make sure na yung makakreate natin video and be creative na in just a clip lang or 5 minutes or siguro 10 minutes na video, doon na siya lahat. No? Para rin na rin siyang commercial. Okay, and then acquire knowledge as to the different stages of product development. Yan. So, we can answer these questions. Yan. So, can you remember any impactful marketing concept by any business or brand? Yan yung mga marketing concept na tingin yung may impact talaga sa inyo, no? Have you ever purchased a product through any form of advertisement? Yan, ano kaya yung mga advertisement na ano tayo? Na kumbaga na hatak tayong bumili, no? So, for example, yan, yung Smart ngayon, di ba? Isa sa endorser nila ay yung BTS. So, for sure, marami din sa mga kabataan ngayon yung nag-switch na from Globe to Smart kasi sinusuportahan nila ang BTS. Ayan. So, alam ko ewan ko kung McDo ba yun or Jollibee yan. So, isa rin sa endorser nila yung yung BTS din. So, baka mag-switch ka ng product mo. Baka, kunyari, McDo yung kumuha sa BTS, baka di ka na kumain sa Jollibee. Mag-McDo ka na lang kasi endorser nila yung BTS, di ba? So, sinusuportahan natin yung BTS, more likely doon kung ano yung mga ini-endorse nila, yun din yung pinapatronize natin. Next is, do you prefer shopping online or would you go to store instead? So, this pandemic, na tayo parang more on online tayo. And since nag-boost na yung mga, umusbong na, sumikat na yung Shopee, Lazada, ayan. Para ka lang nag-online games pero may involved na ng money, di ba? Ayan, click lang tayo ng click, add to cart. And then, ayun, tapagalitan na tayo ng mga magulang natin kung ano na naman yung in-order natin. So, parang, para sa akin, parang mas masaya na, na online. Pero parang mas mapapabili ka talaga pag online, no? Instead of store, di ba? Ayun. So, marketing mix. What is marketing mix? Yeah, marketing mix is a special tool used in the implementation of any business, which is made up of 7 distinct but interconnected variables. So actually, meron lang naman 4, pero dito kasi sa Clipper, meron silang 7. Pero meron lang tayong 4. Yung product, place, promotion, and place. Pero pwede nyo din dagdagan. Doon sa business plan na sinend ko, meron pa tayong isang process. Yan. Basta puro sila P. Yun, pwede ka na lang magdagdag ng magdagdag. Yan, pwede ka rin magdagdag ng performance. Yun, so basta P. And then, interconnected sila. No, lahat sila mahalaga. The original components of the marketing mix were 4 different yet interrelated variables. such a framework was used for marketing decision-making of any form of business. The essential pillars of the traditional 4Ps are the product, price, place, and promotion. In addressing the continuing concerns in the marketing industry, three other variables were added towards the creating of current 7Ps. Nadagdagan daw sila ng people, packaging, and positioning. Yan. Actually, itong packaging, pwede din naman natin itong idagdag na rin sa sa product. Ayan. And then yung people, actually involved din naman siya sa performance. Yan, pwede nyo tignan yung yung sa business plan. Pero when we talk about din kasi people, yan, syempre yung mga qualifications, ayan. Yun yung mga involved. And then positioning, and we have already discussed this from last chapters, no? Yan, kung paano natin ipoposisyon yung products or services natin in the market. Yan. Kaya from 4Ps, naging 7Ps na siya. Yan, product, price, place, promotion, people, packaging, and positioning. Yan. Pero 4 na yung i-discuss ko. So, bahala na kayo dun sa 3. Yan. Pwede nyo rin idagdag yun sa business plan. Mas better kung mas maraming Ps, di ba? Yan. A product refers to any item that is produced to satisfy the needs and demands of a certain group of people. It has a life cycle that revolves around its growth, maturity, and after-sales performance. Ayan, parang ito yung pinakapuso ng isang business yung product nila. Kaya tayo nagki-create ng product, kaya tayo nagki-create ng business, tayo ng business, kasi meron tayong i-offer na product or services din naman. Ayan, mahirap na magtayo tayo ng business kung wala naman tayong product or service na i-offer, di ba? Ayan, so ito yung unang pinagtutuunan ng pansin. Ayan, aside from the customer, ayan, meron tayong product at service na dapat iba-prioritize natin. Ayan. So, questions? What do the consumers want from the product? Ayan, bakit ka ba bumibili yung consumers ng products? Siyempre, i-consider din yung mga benefits na makukuha nila. And yung needs talaga nila na yung meron silang mga kailangan na yung product yung makakapagbigay. In what way will the consumers use the product? So we have manuals, di ba? Ayan, lalo na pag mga electronics, dapat included din sa product natin yung mga manuals, ayan, or i-demonstrate natin yung product, paano siya gagamitin. Ganun. What additional features should the product have to address the needs of the consumers? Yan, kung additional features. Yan, ito yung magiging natin, competitive edge, yung tinatawag, differentiation or differentiator natin. Yan, and then yung uniqueness na tinatawag. Ayan, kunyari common yung product, we can add additional features or functions yung isang product na yun. What should be the name or brand of the product? Ayan, actually nagawa nyo na to, di ba? Ayan, yung nung nag-create kayo ng business plan, yung nag-create tayo ng business plan, ayan, nakaisip na tayo ng name, brand, actually pati tagline, logo, di ba? Ayan. How does the product differ from the other products of the competitors? Ayan. So, itong unique selling propositions, na-discuss na din natin siya. A lot of products these days have no clear competitive advantage in the market. With this kind of situation, differentiation is a vital aspect that must be established by any business. So, kung hindi naman tayo makapag-create pa na talaga ng very unique product or sarili nating inventions, gumagawa na lang tayo ng differentiation. Nag-add na lang tayo ng another functions or features para maiba naman siya sa ibang product na ino-offer ng mga competitors natin. So when creating a unique selling proposition, the business must primarily focus on the main factor that sets it apart from other competitors. Yan. Mas better kung mas matumbok nyo yung talagang wants and needs ng consumers natin na hindi kayang i-offer ng competitors. So we have the following classifications of product. We have the tangibles, meaning ito yung nahahawakan, nakikita na products, no? Tangible. Tangible products are those items that have actual physical presence. The benefits of these products can be evaluated based on the visual comparison. So ito talaga nahahawakan natin at nakikita natin. While yung intangible products are those items that have no physical presence that can only be felt indirectly. So ito yung tinatawag nating service. Yan. Wala siyang physical item, hindi siya nahahawakan, pero napi-feel natin. Ayan. So example nun, yung mga service. Okay? Well, yung itong tangible, ito talaga yung tinatawag na product. Yung may item talaga, yung goods. Yan. And then yung intangibles, ito naman yung mga service. Yan. So we have here the samples of tangibles and intangibles. Cash, building, equipment, machinery. While the intangibles, the copyright, trademark, patent, logo, franchise, insurance, gano'n siya. Yan. More likely, parang mga service, no? Strategy development. So we have the stages in development of a product. First is the strategy development. Businesses often decide on effective strategies prior to the creation of a new product. So first, we have the generation of ideas. The ideas or concepts in developing a new product may come from the various sources and not only from the upper management itself. So pag nag-generate tayo ng idea, hindi lang dapat talaga top management. Dapat ini-involve din natin yung mga subordinates and kahit yung mga associates, no? Kasi mali mo meron silang magandang idea. Kasi yung product or service na naisip natin ay pangmasa, di ba? So dapat lahat i-involve natin. Baka meron silang maiambag. Next is the screening and evaluation. All ideas generated must go through proper evaluation wherein their feasibility is being determined. There are also ideas that do not resonate well with the core objectives of the business. So yun, pag nag-create tayo ng idea, meron na tayo nakitang idea, gumawa tayo ng feasibility studies para meron tayong backup if in case na tanungin tayo kung ano ba yung mga reason behind back ng products na to and magbe-benefit ba ang business dito, meron na tayong ipapakitang study, no? And through the feasibility studies, na-i-screen na natin siya at na-evaluate. Baka yung idea na naisip natin hindi pala siya feasible, di ba? Next is business analysis. During this phase, the ideas thrown in become subject to a more rigorous analysis. Other factors such as profit projections, risk involved, and customer feedback are likewise taken into considerations. Yan, syempre, check natin kung kikita ba yung isang company, may risk ba dito or expense na or liability na pwede nating makuha, di ba? The next, consumer feedback are likewise taken into consideration. Product development. It is during this stage that product is introduced to the market. Yan, pwede mga free taste. Ayan. The production department will be tasked to produce and deliver the product to various intermediaries, and the marketing department will be tasked to take care of the branding of the product. Market testing. Businesses adopt different approaches to testing a new product. Ayan nga, yung mga free taste. Ayan. In most situations, test marketing involves the introduction of the new product to a small market. Um, pag nagre-release tayo ng product or nag-launch tayo ng product or nag-open tayo ng service, magte-test muna tayo ng product sa small market. If such launching were successful, then it would be introduced to larger market size. Ayan, baka kasi biglain natin larger market agad, 'di ba? Tapos hindi naman para siya pumatok sa masa, 'di ba? Sayang lang naman yung mga in-invest natin. Commercialization, if the outcome of the previous test marketing were successful, the business would introduce the product to a larger market, either locally or internationally. Yeah. So can you think of other major sources of business ideas or concepts? Yan, no? So, actually, dito sa paper, meron tayong activity. Yan. Pwede nyo rin itong itry sa sarili nyo, no? Yan. So, you can think of a product that a startup business offer. Yan, nagawa na natin to during our business plan. List on the different businesses or companies that currently provide such products. Ayan, actually, pinaisip ko na rin kayo ng business, no? Yan, state and describe the design specification and additional features that you can incorporate into a new product to surpass the present competition. Yan, so you can review yourself what is the concept of marketing mix, unique selling proposition, relevance of marketing mix in the entrepreneurship, and then the importance of market testing in product development. What can you infer from concept of product in entrepreneurship? Yeah. So to summarize, a marketing mix is a special tool used in the implementation of any business, which is made up of 7 distinct but interconnected variables. A product refers to any item that is produced to satisfy the needs and demands of a certain group of people. So we have stages in product development. First is the strategy development, ideas generation, screening and evaluation, business analysis, product development, market testing, commercialization. Okay, so good day all strength. Okay, to continue our last discussion, chapter 8, the marketing mix as business strategy, lesson 2, place. Okay, so for this chapter, yeah, after this discussion, we should be able to describe the nature of distribution, planning, and its importance, distinguish the basic type and intensity of channel coverage, identify retailing and wholesaling as a strategy to business to distribute the products, classify products for the basic forms of transportation, and evaluate the appropriate strategy in distributing product. So we have the following question. What is the right approach to getting the product from the manufacturing point to end consumer? So ano ba yung pinaka best way or appropriate way, no? Para ma-deliver natin yung product from the manufacturing hanggang kay customer. So, pwedeng ang ginagawa nila ngayon sa ngayong pandemic, shipping na, no? Meron na tayong mga shipping fee. Ayan, so meron na tayong mga courier. Meron nang nagadala from the store papunta mismo sa bahay. Hindi na natin kailangan pumunta pa ng store. Yan. So another objective, we should be able to learn the significance of placement or distribution strategies in the entrepreneurship and identify different distribution strategies adopted by businesses. Yan. So where do you usually buy your essential needs? Via Shopee ba? Lazada? Or pumupunta talaga tayo sa Pure Gold, Mercury, or any store? Yun, saan ba tayo laging nabili? Next is, why do you think some people prefer buying goods from the wet market rather than the supermarket? Ako kasi siguro feel ko, kaya mas maganda bumili sa wet market kasi parang mas fresh, no? Yung sa supermarket kasi parang lasang parang pinalamig lang or naka-freezer, no? Unlike sa wet market, fresh talaga nandun Especially pag mga meat, mga fish, ganun. Do you often purchase goods from convenience stores? Ayan, so why or why not, diba? Pag convenience store kasi parang medyo mahal ata, no? Like 7-Eleven or ano ba yung isa? 7-Eleven or Alphamart. Ayun, medyo may pagkamahalan pag sa convenience store. Ayun. Aside from dito pala sa number 2, no, mas mura rin kasi pag wet market, no. Maliban sa fresh siya, mas mura. So what is place allocation in any business process where the aspects of management, product storage, logistic processing of orders, and inventory control being made available. So when we say distribution channel contains a set of interdependent organizations that are involved in the process of making a product or service available to the end consumer. Yeah, so distribution channel, meron tayong distribution planning. Yan. Why do business give intermediaries or distribution channel the job of selling their products? Ayan. So, pag sa distribution, meron tayong distribution planning, no? When we say distribution planning, is systematic decision making regarding the physical transfer of goods and services from the manufacturer to the final user or the consumer or the customer. So this can include transportation, inventory management, and customer transaction. So when we say transportation, and ways on how to transfer finished goods from the producer or the manufacturer to the consumer. Inventory management, we can have warehouse. Ayan. So these are the process of keeping the product safe and maintaining its stock to avoid shortage of supply. And then another one is we have the customer transactions. It describes follow-ups on the customer, including the feedback and satisfactory level after buying the product. So hindi lang dapat hanggang sa ma-distribute natin yung product sa customer. Dapat meron tayong check-up din from time to time kung ano ba yung na-feel nila towards the product or service. Yan, dapat may feedback tayo. So we have the following basic types of distribution channel. The direct distribution. So it is a transfer or movements of goods and services from manufacturer to final user, the customer or the consumer, without the intervention of independent middleman. Yan. So for example, yung mga malilit lang na store, yan, mga direct distribution na yan eh, mula sa inyo mismo na nag-create ng product, papunta agad sa final user. Unlike sa mga SM, 'di ba? Meron silang supplier and then yung SM acting as the middle man, doon bumibili yung mga consumer. Indirect distribution, ayan, it is a transfer or movement of goods or intangibles, yan, or service na tinatawag, from manufacturer to independent intermediaries to customer, yan, katulad ng SM. Dual distribution. The dual distribution channel involves a combination of direct and indirect selling strategies. Businesses may opt to sell their products directly to the end consumers, and they may also reach out to several intermediaries at the same time. Yan. So, meron tayong tinatawag na direct supplier, di ba? Mas better na bumili din tayo kasi mas mura. Or pwede rin naman tayong bumili sa mga physical store. Yung mga physical store na yun, nag-act din sila as middleman. Reverse channel. Reverse channel has a different course from the end consumer next to the intermediary down to the beneficiary or users. In this kind of distribution channel, the consumer will be using goods for recycling or repurposing. Yeah, so here are the samples. So reuse, like containers, metallic equipment, drum, bottles, recycled paper, plastic, cardboards, cartons, refurbished computer parts and equipment. So what are the factors will you take into account in choosing the right distribution channel for your business? So siguro, ano rin siya, depende sa product mo. Or depende rin sa laki ng business mo. Kung establish ka ng business, pwede ka rin siguro magkaroon ng middleman. Lalo na pag nakapag-establish ka na ng magandang brand. Yeah. So when we say itong yung channel distribution or channel of distribution or distribution channel, these are made of people or organization involved in the distribution process. So we have the manufacturers, service providers, wholesalers, retailers, marketing specialists, and consumers. And for the middleman naman, we have the wholesaler, retailers, and marketing specialists. And when we say intermediaries are the middleman, no, yung tinatawag natin, who play the vital role in the distribution of products to the market. And for example, the wholesaler, they provide bulk quantity of products for resale. While the retailer naman, they sell in pieces to the final users. And we have the distributor. The primary role of the distributor is to obtain products from manufacturer itself and distribute it to various retailers and other endpoints location. So we also have the agent. A core of service of an agent typically revolves around bringing buyers and sellers together towards a negotiation process. In most cases, agents earn money through commissions and fees paid for their services. So siguro mga mga real estate agent, mga insurance agent, ayan yung mga samples nun. Kumikita sila through commission. Every time na nakakabenta sila, meron silang commission. Intensive distribution. In this kind of distribution strategy, products are distributed to as many retail outlets as possible. Low-priced products such as gums, candies, and other basic supplies are oftentimes distributed using this approach. Next is selective distribution, luxuries, and other products that are upscale in nature are primarily distributed through these selected channels. Exclusive distribution, when products are being sold to one specific retailer, the exclusive distribution strategy is being employed. With this strategy, the retailer has exclusive rights to sell the product of the business. Ayan, so limited number of middlemen used in this in a geographic area. Yan. So you can list down all the different distribution channel. For example, mga supermarket, convenience store. And you can usually go to purchasing your essential goods or items. And you can at least list down the advantages and disadvantages of purchasing from each store based on your own experience. So we have here the following questions para ma-review nyo rin yung sarili nyo, no? Yan. So again, we have the distribution channel, direct, indirect, dual, reverse channel. For intermediaries, we have the wholesaler, retailer, distributor, agent. Distribution strategies, we have the intensive, exclusive, selective. And so we have already discussed the place or yung tinatawag din natin distribution, pero dahil piece tayo, place ang tawag natin sa kanya. Okay, so for now, after the product in place, let's now discuss the pricing, the third piece of marketing mix. So pricing lang to, but the title is Lesson 3 Product Pricing. Okay, so clear yung mic. Oh, am I clear? Can everyone hear me? And can everyone see my screen? Okay, so it's a yes. Let's move on. Okay, so what is product pricing? What is product pricing considered as core component of every business? Bakit kaya mahalaga yung pricing? Bakit kaya better na mas pagtuunan ng pansin ng mga kumpanya or ng mga businesses yung tamang pagpresyo? Okay, so the answer might be yung mga references ng mga customer. Isa sa mga kino-consider nila is yung price. Yan. Kapag mataas ang presyo but seeing the quality, di na sila bibili. And most likely kapag mga kasing yung mga katulad natin, no, or yung ibang katulad natin, na isa sa tinitignan is yung presyo talaga. Lalo na kapag mura, mas priority natin yun eh. Yan, pinaprioritize natin yung mga cheaper price. Yan. So, aside from the quality, yan, isa sa mga unang tinitignan agad natin kapag may sale, kapag may discounts, kapag may bundles, tsaka kapag mura. Yan, lalo na sa mga baklaran, divisoria, yan, masarap mamili dyan eh. So, isa yun sa mga reason bakit isa siya sa core component ng bawat business. And syempre, no, pag tama yung pagpresyo natin, makakapag-generate tayo ng ina-expect nating profit. Okay, dyan yan nakasalalay. Okay, so at the end of this chapter, pricing, we should be able to identify the element of product pricing in the marketing mix. Okay, so discuss how product pricing impacts the marketing and overall strategies of a business. Okay, what factors do you consider before purchasing a product? Ayan, ano yung mga una mong tinitignan, no, bago ka bumili ng product? Siyempre, ako presyo. Ayan. How about you guys? Ano yung isa sa mga kino-consider nyo, no? Kung bakit bibilhin yung isang product? The quality, the brand, yes, the quality. Aside from the quality, kapag kapag maganda yung image niya, yung brand image niya, like recommended siya ng halos lahat ng kakilala mo. So, kapag pinagkakatiwalaan ng mga ng mga kakilala mo, syempre might as well i-consider mo ring bumili noon, di ba? Okay, number 2, does the price of a product greatly affect your purchasing decisions? So, actually, depende to sa depende to sa tao. Kapag nasa ka naman, pag isa ka sa mga elite na tinatawag, or nasa high status ka, ayan, yung mga mayayaman, so more likely mga quality naman yung kino-consider nila eh. Not really the price. Though, usually talaga, price yung kino-consider eh. At mas kumbaga parang nakaka-affect talaga siya sa decision natin sa pagbili ng mga product. Okay, do you believe that high-priced products are also high-quality products? Not really the quality. Minsan kasi pag antique or kapag minsan kasi sa brand lang eh, di ba? Though hindi naman siya ganun ka may quality, pero pag maganda yung brand niya or kilala yung brand niya, though may kasing parehas naman siya ng quality ng ibang brand na hindi naman kilala, eh minsan mataas yung presyo niya. So yeah, that's right, depende. Pero most likely kapag high price, ina-expect natin din na high quality. Set aside natin yung mga ibang products na antique or dahil lang maganda yung yung brand niya, so kaya siya mahal. Pero not all the time. Product pricing in marketing mix. And so pricing is the only revenue generating element in the marketing mix. That is why it is firmly linked with revenue streams and of any business. So, isa sa reason kung bakit siya core element ng business, it's because isa lang yung bukod tanging revenue generating element. Okay? Kapag walang presyo yung mga binibenta natin, we'll never know kung kumikita tayo. Okay? Yan, hindi nakabase nakabase kung paano tayo makakagawa or kung makakagawa ba tayo ng mga financial statements or if we'll know kung kumikita ba tayo, or nag-expand ba yung business natin. So, ang basihan yan is yung pricing. Okay, so objectives of proper pricing. And being able to attain the financial goals of the business, being realistic and defeating the realities of the economic situation in that country, resonating well with the other elements of the marketing mix. So unang-una, no, isa sa reason kung bakit nagpe-presyo tayo, no, is to attain our financial goal. Number one na financial goal natin is to maximize the wealth. So, how can we maximize the wealth? Syempre, no, dapat tama yung pagpresyo natin sa mga product natin. Hindi pwedeng ang aim natin is makakuha lang ng madaming customer kaya bababaan natin yung presyo natin. Pero nako-compromise naman yung financial goal natin na kumita, no? So, we want more customer pero mababa yung presyo natin. So, at the end of the day, kapag nag-compute ka ng kinita mo, mas malaki pa rin yung expenses mo. So, nako-compromise yung financial goal natin. Okay, so being realistic and defeating the realities of economic situation. So, dapat kapag nagpe-presyo tayo, pinag-aralan din natin yung sitwasyon ng nasa kapaligiran natin, ng community natin. Kaya ba siyang i-afford ng mga tao? And yung place ba ng pinagtayuan mo ba ng business, na-afford ba nila yung binibenta mo? So, dapat pinag-aaralan din natin yun. Baka high quality nga tayo, pero high yung price natin, pero yung nasa paligid natin hindi nila ma-afford. So, it's useless. Walang bibili ng product mo. And resonating well with the other elements of the marketing mix. For example, yung product, dapat nag-complement din siya sa product. So, kung may quality, so we expect na high din yung price niya. If yung low quality yung product natin, then we expect na babawi tayo sa presyo, bababaan natin yung presyo. Okay? Okay, so next, product pricing is significant in any business model because it signifies product pricing is significant in any business model because it signifies the capability of an entrepreneur to assess the value that customers sees towards the products and service offered. Yan, okay? So isa rin sa reason kung bakit yung effect ba ng pricing natin sa nakikita ng customer natin is nakikita nila yung value ng product natin. For example, kung mataas yung presyo ng product natin, parang kumbaga for them, it is high value. Meaning nakikita rin nila na or ina-expect nila na mataas din yung quality niya. Yan. Or for example, yan, kapag yung service na in-offer natin, ganitong presyo, so parang para sa kanila ganito yung value nito, parang ganito siya kahalaga. Okay. Yeah. Pricing is the only revenue generating element in the marketing mix. That is why it is firmly linked with the revenue streams of any business. Okay, so 5 common pricing strategies. Cost plus pricing. Okay, so a cost plus pricing strategy primarily focuses on the total cost attributed to the producing the product of service. It is producing the product or service. It is otherwise known as a markup pricing strategy because businesses increase the prices of their products before they are sold again to the end consumer. So meaning, ito yung mga ways no kung paano tayo nagpe-presyo ng mga product. Okay, so ang ginagawa natin is tinototal natin lahat ng expenses, lahat ng cost na na-accumulate natin or yun nga, yung mga nagastos natin to create that product. Syempre, kino-consider natin dito is yung hindi lang yung mga raw materials na paggawa natin sa product. Siyempre, kino-consider din natin dito yung paswelduhan natin sa mga tauhan natin. And syempre, kung meron tayong back office like admin, security guards, kino-consider din natin yon. And syempre, yung mga packaging, ayan. Yung mga delivery, kung nagpapadeliver tayo, mga transportation, lahat ng possible na expenses na para ma-deliver natin yung product natin to the customer. Yun yung mga kino-consider natin cost ng product. So kapag na-total na natin yun, tapos na-divide na natin kung ilan yung number ng product na na-produce natin, then we'll get the cost of per product. Then, saka natin siya i-increasean. So, parang nalagyan na natin ng tubo. Okay? Yan. So, maganda siyang way. It's because sure tayo no na may kinita tayo kasi nga 'di ba kinumpute natin lahat ng expenses tapos saka natin papatungan ng tubo, then that will be the price of our product, no? So at the end of the day, yeah, for sure meron tayong kinita, okay? Kasi natota natin ng cost. So yun nga lang no, we just need to make sure na lahat ng types of expenses na consider natin, no? Yan. Lahat ng expenses, lahat ng cost na accumulate natin for creating that product, na consider natin. Okay? Or else, parang pagka-solve mo ng cost, tapos napatungan mo ng gain or ng profit, then at the end of the day, parang nalulugi ka pa rin pala. Kasi hindi mo na consider yung ibang cost, no? So dapat be careful, no? Ililista natin lahat ng nagastos natin. The next naman is yung competitive pricing. A competition-based pricing strategy pays attention to the prices currently existing in the market. This strategy focuses on the prices set by the competitors in the industry as its point of references. So, kailan ba to? Saan natin to madalas nakikita? Okay? Usually, nakikita natin to sa mga divisoria, sa mga baklaran. Parang same sila ng product na binibenta, pero nagkakatalo na lang sila sa presyo. So, yung parang yung pagpa-pricing nila ng product ay nakadepende sa prices din or sa pricing na ino-offer ng ibang competitors nila. Okay? So kapag ganyan, mabenta yung product, more likely tapos maraming nangangailangan or parang bilang lang, pinababaan nila yung presyo. Okay? Yun. So kaya siya competitive pricing. So yung presyo natin nakadepende kung magkano yung ino-offer ng ibang competitors natin. Okay? Value-based pricing. This pricing strategy is used by business that focus on the consumer's responses toward a product or service offered. Okay, so ito naman, parang nakadepende siya sa response. Or ano ba yung mga example ng response? Parang mga pangangailangan. So, kailan natin ito nakita? Ito yung during pandemic na maraming nangailangan ng face mask, maraming nangailangan ng face shield. So, though, ganito lang yung presyo niya before pandemic or pre-pandemic. Like yung face mask dati, parang lang yun parang 5 pesos lang siya. And then, nung pumutok yung Bulkang Taal, parang naging 10 pesos siya per face mask. And then yung face shield din, 'di ba? Parang kung bibili ka sa Divisoria noon, parang 6 pesos lang ata pinakamura noon. And then nung nangailangan ng mga face shield, naging tigbebenta siya, even 50 pesos. So yon, parang yung paglalagay natin ng price or magpapataw natin ng price is nakadepende sa response ng consumer or parang references din nila. Okay? Lalo na kapag ganong sitwasyon, kailangan nila. then sinasamantala yun ng ibang mga businesses, nataasan nila yung presyo. Kapag hindi naman nila ganun kailangan, tapos napakadami nating supplies, then pwede nilang babaan yung presyo. Okay? Then next is the price skimming. Price skimming is a strategy used by businesses when introducing new products or services to the market. Okay? This pricing strategy is executed by setting high prices for new products and services. So parang para siyang experimental kapag siguro ginagawa to ng mga established ng business. Kapag meron silang new model like cellphone, laptops, or gadgets, for example, kapag meron silang mga new models, mas mataas yung presyo. Tapos kapag hindi ganun nag-respond yung market or yung mga customer, then sa kanila bababaan yung presyo, like kunyari discount daw or nag-sale. Yun. So, yan, price skimming. Usually, ginagamit siya kapag may new product or services. Yan, experimental. Okay, so can you think of other pricing strategy used by businesses? Okay, so isa siguro sa pwede nating idagdag na pricing strategy is yung parang yung price nila is nakadepende kung gaano kabango yung brand nila. Yung nakadepende sa brand image nila. For example, yung Apple, ayan. So, kung gaano kahalaga yung brand nila, for sure, ganun din kataas yung presyo ng binibenta nila. Okay? So, marami pang klase ng pricing strategy that you can use if meron na kayong business. Pero yung pinaka-effective talaga, especially for starting business, is yung cost pricing strategy. Okay? So, you compute all the possible expenses and costs, then magma-mark up price ka, then that will be your the price of your product. Okay, so for example, yan, cost plus pricing. An entrepreneur started her own clothing line. She needed to calculate the selling price for a long sleeve shirt. The following are the costs for the product. Okay, so material and labor cost 400, overhead cost 200. Okay, so yung material and labor cost na tinatawag, ito yung raw materials, and then yung mga labor natin or yung manpower natin na directly involved in creating the product. Then yung overhead cost naman, ito yung parang mga admin cost. Yan, yung parang mga kailangan pa din natin siya pero hindi siya directly involved in creating the product. Like, yun nga, yung mga security guards, mga accountants natin, marketing, hindi naman sila yung gumawa ng product, pero they are necessary and significant in the business. Okay, so meron tayong 400 for material cost and 200 for overhead cost. So the total cost will be 600. Okay, so kung gusto natin i-mark up ng 50%, yung cost natin, and yun yung magiging selling price natin, magkano kaya siya? Yan, gusto natin 50% yung kikitain natin. Magkano kaya siya? Magaling ba tayo sa math? Can we compute? 600 yung cost natin and then 50% daw yung markup price natin. Anyone can guess? Wala? Okay. So, 600, no? Tapos 50%. So, kalahati ng 600 is 300. So, parang ang magiging selling price natin will be 900 pesos. Okay. So, yan. That's it. So, that's the selling price will be 900. Isipin mo, no? Long sleeve, 900 pesos. Okay, so another example,
categories of pricing issue pala: buyer-seller interactivity. The amounts displayed in the store are not even the actual prices that buyers have to pay. Rather, prices have to be first negotiated during an interaction between the seller and the buyer. Kailan to, no? Ito yung madalas sa baklaran na divisory eh. Yung tatawad ka. Yan, yun yung mga ganung scenario. Like, tatawad ka. Ganun. Or, pwede ring mga bidding. Yung lalo na kapag maraming gustong bumili doon. Yan, bidding or pwedeng tawad. Yan. Price discrimination, when a product is sold at different price to different consumers, it is called price discrimination. From the perspective of any business, price discrimination may present several advantages, most especially profit maximization. Okay, so iba-iba daw yung presyo, no, kada consumer. Pero ano to, acceptable naman to kapag senior, no? Like 20% discount pag senior. Kapag naman sa jeep, yung pag estudyante naman 20% din discount. Okay, price format. This pricing issue involves how a price is expressed to the market. Businesses adopt the practice of pricing a product a cent or two below the round number. Okay? So yun, parang meron kasing parang may psychological study about this. Yan. Kaya nauso yung mga ganito eh, yung mga butal. Yan. Kasi parang usually daw kasi ang perception ng mga buyer is kapag 99.99, parang mas mura siya compared sa mga 3-digit number na parang malayo yung presyo niya compared dun sa mga 3-digit number na price. No, for example, pag 100. Ayun. Parang karamihan ng tao is ganun yung nagiging perception nila kapag may butal. Kumbaga parang para sa kanila 90 pesos lang to. Ganun. When in fact, in reality, 100 pesos naman kapag may round off. Yan. So, and also, yan, isa rin yan sa, parang benefit din sa kanila or parang kumikita din sila, no? Kasi 'di ba, sino ba naman tatanggap ng 0.1 centavos? Wala naman, 'di ba? Ang pinakamaliit lang naman natin coin is 25 cents. No? So yung 0.1 centavos, hindi na natin kinukuha. Sakto yung lagi, din parang lugi tayo. 'Di ba? Parang ganun yung ganun yung thought. Yan. Parang 100 pa rin yung babayaran natin kasi hindi naman nila tayo masusuklian ng 0.1 na centavos. Yan. That is why nagamit ako ng debit card or credit card kasi yung mga ganyang 25 cents na kumbaga yung mga 0.1 yan, yung mga putal talaga na hindi kaya suklian kahit 25 cents. Pag naipon-ipon yun, malaki din siya. Kaya mas kapag nabili ako sa labas na pwedeng gumamit ng card, like debit card or credit card, yung nagamit ko na lang kasi sakto yung pag-deduct nila ng amount. So for example, 99.99, then kung gumamit ka man ng debit or ng credit card, so sakto pa din yung mababawas sa'yo, unlike ng kapag cash. And even GCash, yan, pag nagbabayad ka rin via GCash or Paymaya, ganun. Parang mas prefer ko na siya ngayon dahil sa mga ganyang presyohan. Minsan pa nga, kunwari wala silang 25 cents, so parang hindi na siya big deal sa akin, pero parang kung may ipon siya na may ipon at lagi siyang nangyayari, then parang ka nalulugi din. Okay? So, opportunistic pricing. Well-known business and some luxury brands may have the opportunity of charging a hefty price to their products. And so opportunistic pricing is oftentimes used to drive competitors out of the industry based on efficiency. So yun, like mga Louis Vuitton, even mga Apple products. Ayan, so parang sobrang taas ng presyo nila, ganun. Okay, so you can check this activity and answer this by yourself just to exercise, ganun. So yeah, list down the different advantages and disadvantages of pricing strategy employed by businesses. For example, para sa cost plus pricing, competitive pricing, value-based pricing, price scheming, and penetration pricing. Okay, just to wrap up, product pricing is significant in any business model because it signifies the capability of an entrepreneur to assess the value that consumers see towards the products or services offered. A pricing strategy pertains to the method of setting the best and accurate price for a specific product or service. So we have 5 common pricing strategy. Again, the cost plus pricing, competitive pricing, value-based pricing, price scheming, and penetration pricing. Okay, so do we have any question? None? Okay, so we have discussed product, place, and pricing. So it's already 1 hour. So wala na tayong question. Do we have any question? I think none. So we can dismiss the class. Thank you, ICT and HE.
Thank you po.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Bye po.
Thank you po, ma'am. Bye po.